1 second. Okay. So, Kingdom Entrepreneurs, those who are basically in ministry and the marketplace, I wanted to just come on and give you some words of encouragement really quickly. Hey, Majesty, bless you, bless you. I wanted to come on and give you some words of encouragement really quickly because a lot of things have changed. Hey, Danny, God bless you. A lot of things have changed in the last couple of years regarding how we do ministry, regarding how we do business. Basically, y'all know why. But I wanted to come on here and give you guys some words of encouragement that just because the world is in the state that it's in doesn't mean that we can't still be great, right? That we can't still be successful. And so I wanted to kind of give you like a little bit of my testimony regarding some things that transpired over the last few years of my life, including during this pandemic. Okay. So I just want you guys to be encouraged. Amen. God bless you. I want you guys to be encouraged on today because literally, my husband and I started a ministry in the middle, like smack dab in the middle of the pandemic. We started a ministry. Okay. And so I don't want anyone to be, to feel like that God can't still move in your vision, in your dream, your expectation of whatever goals that you have for your life, that he cannot still move just because we are in a decline, as the world would say it, right? So yeah, we launched a ministry like in the middle of a pandemic. We've been continuing to thrive with the different things that we do. And I mean, all of the things that we do, because we still actually work full time. We have our own businesses and all of that. But a few years ago, I launched my first business, which was Fire Dance Academy. And prior to me launching that business, I had a lot of stuff going on. Let's just leave it at that. I had a lot of stuff going on. And so I thought that because I was in the position that I was in, that God couldn't still use me. But God said not so, and that there was something in me that I needed to offer to the world. And so I want to encourage you that even though there are other people who may be doing the thing that God has gifted you with, you still need to do it. Prime example, I've given this testimony before, but the books that I've written, right? My dance books, there's so many people that had already written books like that before me. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, oh, don't nobody need to hear what I got to say. Like, they already know this stuff, because no, God said, no, they don't. They don't know it from the perspective that I've given it to you, or from the way that I have put the vision in you. They don't know it from that arena. And so I just want to encourage those people who have that dream, who have that vision, who have different ideas that God has given you, to just launch it and go forth. And so when I was getting ready to launch my first business, and I'm saying my first business for a reason, because I actually have another business I'm getting ready to launch, again, in the middle of what seems to be a decline in the world. And so when I launched it, I was thinking that, okay, nobody's gonna want to come. I mean, just going into it with a negative mindset already, right? And so God just began to bless, and I began to see that as long as I was in Him, first of all, He put kingdom principles in me. Amen. Let's start there. He put kingdom principles in me. He put kingdom principles in my DNA. So a lot of the things that I thought that I needed to have a certain level of education, a certain years of experience, a lot of the things that I thought that I needed, they were already in me. And I think my husband can agree with me when I say that, because for him, it's the same way. Both of us have education on the different things that we do, but a lot of the things came from the kingdom principles that God put in us. So I want to encourage you to launch whatever it is you need to launch. Now, the event that I'm doing, which is for Kingdom Entrepreneurs, amen, is called the Servants Revival. And it is taking place October the 23rd. I'm going to put it in the comments. It's taking place October the 23rd. And it is for people who, like I said, want to launch a business, want to launch a ministry, or you already have one and you need encouragement. You need something that's going to push you to the next level in it, right? And so this is for people who are in the area, but if you're not in the area, we also have a virtual option as well. So we want to make sure that this information gets out to as many people as possible. It is for women, but men are welcome as well. It's for men and women, actually. But we're primarily focusing on the gifts, the visions, the dreams, the ideas that God has given you as a kingdom entrepreneur. Because one of the things that really made me, I guess I would say, afraid of launching my business was the fact that I had come now from out of the world into knowing God and understanding how to live according to his word. And when I came into knowing God and learning how to live according to his word, and that was my foundation, I began to rethink some things about business. And I wasn't really sure if I was able to even do business now that I had this faith, if that makes any sense. So, and I think that a lot of people do that. A lot of people are there because it's like, okay, now I'm serving God, I'm doing these things, but it's like, how do I launch out and do what my dream, my vision is, but still stay saved? Let me say that. But still stay saved at the same time and do the things that you're called to do, but also be in business. And I think that the reason why I felt that way, that I couldn't do both, is because for a lot of years we had that whole prosperity gospel thing. And I did not want to be one of those people that was like in the mix of that. Because I remember distinctly a few years ago when, before I moved here, I was a part of a ministry, and we had this guest preacher who would come to the ministry and he would literally preach about money. Like literally. And now that I'm in the place that I'm at, I recognize that that was literally the spirit of mammon. And so I never wanted to operate in that spirit, which is why I was afraid to launch out in ministry. I mean, in business, because I was in ministry. That makes sense? So I want to encourage you that both can be done. Amen. You can exist, and I know a lot of people are saying this now, is that you can exist in the in kingdom and in the marketplace at the same time. So my business, my first business, just happens to be a ministry. It's a business, but it's for profit, but it is ministry. And then I'll be launching another business very soon. Before the end of this year, I'll be launching it. And today, I'm so excited. I just finished one of my projects that I've been working on, because I've been working on multiple projects. And I just completed one today. To God be the glory. So be looking for that, because that's going to be releasing sooner than the business. So that'll be coming out. But yeah, God can still give us ideas and visions, or he has given us ideas and visions, but he can still bless those things as well when we are good stewards of his word, despite if we're in the situation that it looks like we're in, because he looks at the heart. And because we're spirit beings and we're connected to him, what goes on in the natural world has nothing to do with what God can do in the spirit, because all things are manifest. Hey, sis, all things are manifest through the spirit first. So the way that when you see things that happen in the natural, they happen and they occurred in the spirit first. So I just wanted to come on for a few minutes and encourage you guys. So, and I want you guys to go check it out, go register. It is Servants Revival. And again, it's for kingdom entrepreneurs. And even if you're not an entrepreneur, right? Let me just say that if you're in ministry, if you are a parent, right? I mean, we're going to be talking about things that are going to really give you some practical knowledge and application for your everyday life. Parents, ministry leaders, people who are in ministry, people who have businesses. So it's going to encompass all of those things. So I want you guys to come out if you're in the Austin or Central Texas area. It's in the actual conference is going to be in Round Rock, Texas, which is right on the outskirts of Austin. So if you're Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Killeen, Taylor, Georgetown, any of those places, you can come in person. Now, if you live further away from that in another state, there is a virtual option for you, and you can go right there. I've pinned it in the comments to servantsrevival.eventbrite.com to get your ticket for that. There are 3 sessions that will happen that day regarding different life issues, ministry issues, and business issues. So, I mean, it's going to be a whole 3-in-1. So it's going to be really, really good. So I hope to see you there. And again, go and register. The registration will stay open until the day before the event, which will be October 22nd. But you want to go ahead and get it now because in person is limited. Okay, so in person seats are limited. So if you're going to come in person, go ahead and get it now. All right. So I'm so excited and I hope to see you there. God bless.